Hello friends, welcome back to my channel All Kinds of Astrology and Foreign Travel. Today we'll discuss a very beautiful thing and it is very important to understand. Do you know in Nadi astrology there is a rule. If you follow that and if you apply that technique, you can easily find out that in a particular year or in a particular period whether there will be any celebration or any ceremony in your house. Okay, without this connection you won't have any ceremony in your house. You try it, you match this thing and let me know. It's a beautiful thing. Let's see how we calculate. Friends, Saturn, I already explained earlier, Saturn is the profession indicator. Saturn is the indicator of any ceremony in your house. Okay, so I say these things always that if you follow my channel you will learn many things. You don't need to go to an astrologer for that. Okay, and I also say please match it with your horoscope, then trust me. Okay, see, Saturn. Okay, Saturn has three aspects. You know that, you have seen my earlier videos 3, 7 and 10. Okay, now how will we predict? In a house Saturn stays for 2.5 years. See, this is a very beautiful technique. Okay, you need to understand it and apply it correctly. Right now in 2020, Saturn is sitting here in Capricorn. So for next 2.5 years, till I think 2022 June or May, you can check in Google. I think you have all seen the video of yearly prediction technique where I have said these things according to Jupiter. Right now I'm explaining this thing. You check in Google that if you want to know for a certain period, right? You can check in Google that on that particular year whether Saturn is positioned in that particular house or not. First, you need to understand this. Okay, so right now in 2020, if you check in Google, Saturn is positioned in Capricorn. Okay, from here Saturn can see third house, 1, 2, 3, 7th, and this house 10th. Okay, now in your chart please see where is Sun and Mercury are positioned. Okay, you already know that Sun and Mercury, they are, Sun and Mercury, they both are generally sits together in a particular house or in adjacent houses. If Sun is here, Mercury would be here. If Sun is here, Mercury would be here. Okay, or Mercury is here, Sun is here. So they will be in adjacent houses, or 70% cases I have seen they are sitting in the same house. Okay, why is this? Because in solar system also they are very closer to each other. So for an example, I have taken this as Aries. Okay, irrespective of house, I am repeating myself. Check your horoscope. In any house, these two planets, Sun and Mercury, are sitting together. You take that house. Okay, you just mark it. Now see the transiting Saturn. So I said earlier that Saturn is sitting here currently in 2020. I am making this video. Saturn will be here for 2.5 years. The transiting Saturn. I'm not bothered. In this case, I'm not bothered about natal position of Saturn. So in your birth chart, Saturn might be here, here, or here, anywhere. Doesn't matter. You check transiting Saturn in Google. Okay. Sun and Mercury according to your natal chart or birth chart. Now check whether Saturn is aspecting your natal Sun and Mercury. Simple. Suppose I have taken Sun and Mercury are here in number 1. Right now, Saturn is in 10, number 10. This is Capricorn. So Saturn can see 1, 2, 3 or 7 or 10. 3, 7, 10. So there is no connection with Sun and Mercury. If you plan anything also, that will not mature till 2022 June. Suppose if Sun and Mercury are, if position in this house or any of the house except this third, 7 and 10. Okay, these four houses. Now, why is that? Saturn is the indicator of any kind of ceremony in your house. Okay, whether it is marriage, see, you understand ceremony. A marriage is a ceremony, a death is also a ceremony, or celebration, any kind of celebration or puja, or any kind of religious activity in your house where invitees will come to your house, people will come. Okay, sun is the indicator of any religious activities like marriage and all. Mercury is the indicator of public, so there will be public appearance or appearance of public. Okay, understand this thing. So right now this is an example chart and I have taken sun and mercury here, so there is no connection. Okay, fine. So you can predict easily this 2.5 year there will be no program in your house, no celebration. You can celebrate amongst yourself, amongst family members, but no other outsider will come or no invitees will be there. Okay, one exception is there, I'll talk about it at the end of the video. See, one more thing, you need to check the retrogradness. If your sun or mercury is retrograded in your birth chart, then in Nadi astrology we see this planet is in the previous house also. Okay, suppose mercury is retrograded and in your natal chart mercury is here. Okay, this is just an example. In your horoscope you check it accordingly. Okay, so we'll take mercury 50% is here, but 50% is here also because it is retrograded. Okay, now suppose sun and mercury are sitting in this house in your horoscope, this house. Okay, so you will see that within this, see, right now Saturn is here. So if you calculate, this is the third house, this is the seventh house, and this is the 10th house. So Saturn is aspecting these three houses and sitting in this house. In your horoscope, if Sun and Mercury is sitting here or here or here or in this house, that means in this, within this 2.5 year there will be some kind of ceremony in your house. Okay, whether it can be marriage, it can be death of someone, or it can be any kind of religious activities, anything. Okay, now if you, I always say one thing in my channel, you check the history to predict the future. You go to an astrologer, first ask him or her, can you predict my past? Check that. If he or she can predict your past, then you ask for your future prediction. If he or she cannot predict your past, how can that particular astrologer can predict your future? You answer me. It's not possible. That prediction would be wrong. In my channel, I will definitely show you some technique. So I'll be coming up with my timing of event videos. In those videos, I will share the exact timing of events. Suppose in this case, for 2.5, within this two particular 2.5 year, you have calculated, okay, Saturn is aspecting or touching your natal sun or Mercury. So there will be any kind of ceremony. So what kind of ceremony is that? How will you decide? And when will it happen exactly? Which year? I say 2.5 years, right? Now, in which particular year, which particular month, and which day, that is also can be predicted. So you need to stay tuned to my channel. I will show you all these techniques. So you don't need to go for these silly things to an astrologer. These are not silly things, sorry, but I try to explain it easily so that you don't get cheated by someone. Okay. Now, suppose for an example, before 2020, from 2017 June or something, you check in Google Saturn transit 2017-18. Okay, anytime you can check it. So for the last 2.5 years, Saturn was here. Okay, before 2020, I think 20th or 24th of January, Saturn moved in this house. Prior to that, it was here. Now you check that if in the last 2.5 years, if you have any kind of ceremony in your house, like any marriage or any kind of religious activities where public appearance happened, okay, you will see that from this house you will calculate this is third, this is seventh, this is 10th. Okay, within these three houses or in this particular house only, your sun and Mercury are positioned in your natal chart. That's the beauty, that's the magic of astrology. You check it and let me know, okay, if I am giving any false information here. In my yearly prediction video, I have shown you the technique of timing those things like marriage timing and all. Okay, now I have said in that particular video that when Jupiter, transiting Jupiter, is connecting with natal Venus, somehow it is connecting. Okay, I said in that particular year there would be something related to Venus. You can buy a car, you can have an affair, you can have a marriage also if you are a male. Now you tell me, how can you differentiate between an affair and a marriage? Then you have to do this calculation. Okay, so marriage is a kind of ceremony. Okay, if you can't see that kind of calculation is coming, but Jupiter is connecting with Venus, then you can say not marriage but anything else would happen. Okay, for that you need to wait for my you know upcoming videos where I will exactly predict things. Okay, and you can calculate it accordingly. Now I have said that there is an exception in this rule. What is that exception? See, in some chart you will see that Saturn natal. Now I'm not bothered about the transiting Saturn. Okay, you will see, suppose you can see that in a particular chart Saturn is sitting in with Sun and Mercury. They are together, these three planets are together. You will see in their house something will be going on. Each and every year there will be public appearance. That's the beauty of it. Okay, if you have a temple you know in your house and people would come and visit in each and every year, or you have a business set up in your basement and people generally come, so that means you have these kind of connection. There must be some kind of connection like this. Okay, that's the exception. In this case you don't need to wait for the transiting Saturn to aspect or touch your natal Sun and Mercury. That is the exception. So finally, whenever transiting Saturn touches your natal Sun and Mercury or aspects your Sun and Mercury from his third, seventh, or 10th aspect, then there would be any kind of ceremony in your house. Again, I am saying what will happen and particularly which day, which month, and which year that event would occur. For that, you need to wait for my upcoming videos where I will explain these things clearly. Today you have understood one beautiful thing. You match it in your horoscope. Okay, suppose in last year, or before 5 years, you can check back always and match my calculation. If you have, suppose when Saturn was here, on that particular period you had a ceremony in your house or not, you check it whether this time the transiting Saturn is actually giving its aspect on your natal sun and Mercury. So that's it for today. If you like my videos, please put a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Take care.